22, we find Ritvik rendered as learned performers of sacrifices, and correspondingly in Srimad Bhagavatam 10:23-10, we find the line Mantra Tantra Vidyog Agnaha. There, the word Ritvijaha is translated as priest. It is obvious from the preceding sense that the concept of Ritvik has its origins in Vedic literature, and a Ritvik is one who performs a sacrifice or ritual on behalf of another, senior Brahmana. Srila Prabhupada began to use this system of officiating priests when his mission with the world. I just want to point out that he did not start to use this term heaven, as far as I know. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but this terminology, Ritvik, was not known by many, at least possible for him to chant on hundreds of sets of beads, threads, etc. During these years, he instituted a number of unprecedented practices to facilitate the initiation of new men. These practices were: 1, the status of officiating priests being conferred on mlechas who had taken up the practices of Vaishnava. 2, chanting on the beads of initiates by such deputies. 3, second initiation granted via such deputies by a tape recording. 4, spiritual name-giving transacted by mail. And on the basis of recommendations sent to him by his temple presidents, he granted all camps his shelter and had his deputies perform the ceremonials. This system was briefly suspended in 1977 when he became very ill. It is important that deputies were not known as Ritviks pre-1970. No one in ISKCON was termed, only very briefly in Srila Prabhupada's books. 1977, Srila Prabhupada had some discussions with Tamal Krishna Goswami about naming Ritvik acharyas he had. According to the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, who both spent much time with His Divine Grace, in 1977, Srila Prabhupada intended to set up a Ritvik system with some adjustments made for the time when he would no longer be with us. Although Srila Prabhupada had high hopes for his disciples' advancement, he noted on several occasions in his last years that none of them were fit to be acharyas or bona fide spiritual masters. That a Ritvik system to continue after his departure was desired by Srila Prabhupada has been confirmed by the statements of Srila Prabhupada, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Jasodanandan Prabhu, and Gauridas Pandit Prabhu. Consider, for example, the first of the appointment discussions. Question, Satsvarup Maharaj. Then our next question concerns initiations in the future, when you are no longer with us. We want to know how first and second initiations would be conducted. Srila Prabhupada, yes, I shall recommend some of you to act as officiating acharya. Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Is that called Ritvik Acharya? Srila Prabhupada, Ritvik, yes. May 28, 1989. Now, it is interesting to note that among the GBC men present at the time of this exchange, Satsvarup Maharaj, Rameshwar Swami, Kirtanananda Swami, and others, no one but Tamal Krishna Goswami was familiar with this term Ritvik. The question arises as to how the term and its meaning became known to him. In the Topanga Canyon talks, December 3rd, 1980, Tamal Krishna Maharaj admitted that there had been discussion of Ritviks prior to the May 28th meeting with Srila Prabhupada. What actually happened, this is a quote, what actually happened was that Prabhupada mentioned that he might be appointing some Ritviks. So, the GBC met for various reasons, and they then went to Srila Prabhupada, 5 or 6 of us. To date, we have no recordings of those prior discussions.